Hi, it's Mary Hurdle from Made by Marnie, and I'm going to show you how to get stripes to line up perfectly when you're paper piecing. Using directional fabrics can be a challenge, but there is a pretty simple way to do it. I'm using the goat from my So Cute and Clever Farm and Forest Animals book, and you can see that the stripes in this part of the goat's horns are, there are three parts to the horn, 2, 3, and 4. Those three pieces are going to make the horn, and I want the stripes to be angled here, straight up and down on 4, and angled again on 3. So I already have my first piece of fabric pinned to the back, so I'm ready to do piece 2, 3, and then 4. I'm going to be using this black and white striped fabric for my horn pieces. I'm using a black Sharpie because Sharpie is a permanent marker that's strong enough to soak through the paper nicely. That's what you need, a marker that's going to show through from the front to the back of your paper. So I don't want to get the marker on my fabric, however. So I want my stripes to go on a diagonal on piece 2, so I'm going to put the direction that I want the stripe to go. I want them to go straight up and down on 4. I want them to go on an angle on 3. So I've marked the direction that I want those stripes to go with that Sharpie marker. Now you can see that when I fold on the line, you can see that mark through the paper, and that's exactly what I want, because now when I'm matching this up to my scrap, you are going to waste a little bit more fabric than you normally would. When I place this on, normally I would just place it on any straight edge. This is already cut to 1/4 of an inch, this seam allowance, but I'm going to line it up so that mark lines up with the stripe of my fabric. So I'm going to put it here, and I can see that there will be fabric under it just by where that piece is. I'm going to take that to my machine and I'm going to sew it, and then when I flip it, that piece will be exactly the way I want it to be. The same thing then when I do number 3. I will fold it, I will line it up anywhere on my fabric where I have that same stripe going that same direction as this line. And then also when I get to number 4, I'm going to be lining it up again so the stripe lines up that way. And so that once it's sewn and it's flipped into place, that stripe will be going exactly the way I wanted it to go. I hope that helps a little bit in your stripe placement.